we're going to look at graphs and how to graph speed. Okay, remember, speed depends on two things. It depends on the distance traveled, and it depends on the time it takes to travel that distance. So the time is our x-axis, independent variable, distance, dependent variable. So the distance is going to go on the y-axis, time is on the x. Okay, so if this is a graph of a car traveling on Highway 280, let's say, and we're looking at its speed over time. So we're looking at the relationship between the distance and time. And time is in hours, distance is in kilometers. So in the beginning, we're at 0 here, to about a half hour. Its speed is increasing. You can see the slope is going up. The slope is increasing. As we get to about a half hour to about 0.8 hours, we can see the slope is increasing even more here. It is increasing at a higher rate. And then at about 1 hour to 1.6 hours, the distance is not changing. There's no change. There's no motion. Notice, the line stays at 50 during this time. So there is no speed, right there, because the distance, it's not traveling any distance. So in other words, the car is standing still. Okay, how do we know it's not moving? Well, look, this is the distance over here. Let's say it's about 50. The distance is not changing. So the car is not moving. Whereas here, distance is increasing slowly. And here it's increasing very fast. So there's a difference in the speed from here to here and here to here. The speed is going to be greater from here to here. So remember, how do we calculate speed? It's distance divided by time. So let's look at it from the graph here. Figure out what's my speed during this time. If I look at the average speed during this time, I'm looking at, it's going to say up to the distance it goes from here to here is 10 kilometers, right? Because I want to figure out what is the speed right here of the car. Okay, the distance it traveled during that time is 10, and the time is, we're going to say, it's about 0.5 hours, half hour. So we have the distance, we have the time, we can get the average speed. Now I'm looking for this average speed during this time period. Okay, so it's average. So speed, remember, is distance over time. So speed 10 over 0.5. That is 20 kilometers per hour. So that is the average speed of the car during this time. I want to figure out the average speed from here to here. 0.5 to 1.5 hours is the time. And then the distance, we're going from 10 to 50. So the difference is 40. So the distance is going to be 40 kilometers. And the time will be 0.5 hours. It's 40. And the time is 0.5 hours. So it's going to be, remember, speed, distance over time, 40 divided by 0.5, and that's going to be 80 kilometers per hour. So during this time, the average speed's 80 kilometers per hour, And during this time, the average speed is 20 kilometers per hour. So this is how you could calculate average speed from a graph.